So for this bean chili, I'm going to need some butter beans, some red kidney beans, some chickpeas. I'm going to use some tinned tomatoes. I'm also going to get some refried beans in there for a nice thick consistency. I'm going to use a tomato passata for the extra sauce, some tomato puree, and of course some chili powder. This is particularly hot, so I need to be really careful with the quantities in this case. And then I'm going to get some brown rice on to cook. Just going to grab my serrated knife there for the chopping, and we're going to get started with these onions. So I'm going to top and tail the onions, chop them in half, rip the skin off, and then I can start by slicing nearly all the way through the onion, but not quite. Some horizontal slices then, again not all the way through, so that when I finally slice through the onion, it'll just fall into small cubes, and that'll save me a lot of time there with my preparation. So again then I'm going to slice down through the onion in one direction, nearly all the way through, cut a few horizontal slices in, again not all the way through, and then I'm ready to just cut it into pieces, nice and easy, nice and quick. Just going to top and tail some carrots. I've got them in a row, so that'll be nice and quick for me as well. And then just like we did in the fried rice video, I'm going to take the edge off the side of the carrot so I can lay it down flat, and then I can cut the carrot into ribbons from a nice stable base. Then stack them up on top of each other and cut them into nice thin strips. And then once I've made a big pile of thin strips, they're all ready to be brought together and diced up. So that's nice and quick, and you're not hanging around cooking, spending lots of time in the kitchen. Loads of carrots, there we go. Chop up some broccoli and get that in there. And I'm just going to turn the board so I can cut this into some smaller pieces a little bit easier. Slice up some mushrooms nice and thin. Fine dice up some courgette in the same way that we have done with the carrots. Going to mulch up some kale here, some curly kale. Keep it nice and tight, holding it together. Cooking with some good olive oil, of course. In the pan it goes. But I really don't like using garlic press. I like to cut garlic the way that would cut an onion. That is by taking the top and tail off, taking the skin off, cutting it into strips nearly all the way through, and then slicing horizontally across it, and then finally dicing it up. It can seem a bit tricky or fiddly, but it just saves you so much time. There is a big pan of all the lovely, colourful, nutritious vegetables, and that's ready to go on the stove. Just going to be a bit careful with the chili powder, as I said it is very hot. My tinned tomatoes can go in, so can the chickpeas, followed by all the other beans. A couple of stock cubes to go in for a bit extra flavour. And in with the tomato puree, the tinned tomatoes, the passata, and the refried beans. And that's it, guys. Just make sure that all the veg is cooked out and it's seasoned to taste, and that's ready to eat. Super nutritious, super tasty, and prepared in bulk. That's great. I probably would have licked the bowl if I hadn't been filming.